right, Jamie, how often do you think about that win? The win.
Not much.
What? I would march around talking about it every day. No, I'm just kidding.
I think everything got so overwhelming afterwards that I think I've tried to distance myself from it. I'm very proud of it. It's all I ever wanted to do in poker, so it's, I've accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish personally for playing poker. Now I feel like my responsibility is to give back as much as possible, and so that's why I'm going to spend most of my time when I play poker working on charity events.
Right. All right, you take down the poker's greatest title. You win the largest purse in sports history. It seems that before you can enjoy it, all that controversy started happening. What do you think the most important thing was that you learned from that lawsuit?
God, I learned so much from that. One, I learned that you can actually split the money at the cage right after and not pay their taxes.
Really?
I had no idea. They would have paid him directly, and it would have been his responsibility. And all I ever wanted him to do was pay his taxes so that I didn't get stuck with his tax bill and I came out with nothing.
Of course.
And then somehow some really honorable lawyer convinced him to sue me so that he could get a piece of it.
Wow.
Who's actually a poker player.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you make deals with people anymore
real
at all?
Smooth guy, huh?
Do you make deals at all anymore, or is that just not at all?
No, I do. I mean, one thing of anybody who's ever known me is that if I shake your hand, if I give you my word is good.
Right.
And it's kind of amazing that I was known in the media and in the public as a liar and not honorable, where my whole life all I've ever done was be generous to people. So my friends and my family, they just laugh about it because it's just, of anyone that any of us know, nobody's given more to people than I have. And I still split it. I gave my friend Eric $500,000, and I took care of 3 of my friends that were not doing very well, and my mom, and then there's a list of about 50 people that I've given a decent amount, more than $10,000 to. So I've taken really good care of people, not because I won. I always did that.
Right.
I was very lucky to be a successful person before that, so it's not like I needed this money to survive.
What was your biggest fear during the lawsuit? Did you fear that they were going to end up taking a lot of your money? I mean,
no, I wasn't worried about the money. It was just sad. It was just really sad. I was upset because it was hurting my family.
Right.
Because it was the last 6 months of my dad's life, and he had to hear on television that I might be a liar, and especially when all I was trying to do was be kind to people. So it bothered me that it bothered them. It bothered my mom and my dad. It didn't bother me at all because I know how the media can be.
Of course.
And they always try to grab for the negative.
Twist.
Yeah, and so it wouldn't have been an interesting story if I was just a generous guy.
Of course.
So they had to come up with this bullshit. But it now seems finally that everybody knows the truth,
Okay, well, another story that came out following your win was the sponsorship with Bodog. I know you signed that lucrative 2-year deal, is that right? And then by January, it seemed like your relationship was over.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that it had to do with a lawsuit, but if people do their homework, they could figure out very quickly that it had nothing to do with that. Lawsuit happened in August. We didn't stop working together till January.
Right.
If they had and the lawsuit was already settled. So if they had an issue with the lawsuit, we would have stopped there. They're an interesting group of people.
Oh yeah?
That seem to disappear when they owe people money. They got sued for $40 million and lost, and decided not to pay that. And they owed me a lot of money and decided not to pay that. And
so you just decided that's someone you didn't.
No, I just figured I don't want to be in business with people that don't want to be in business with me.
Right.
So I did everything I could possibly do to help their brand. And I understand that that the person who owns it, Calvin Ayre, wants to be the front man of that, and so they were calling me the Bodog guy, and I don't think he liked that very much. And I understand, and it's okay. I'm fortunate that I don't need their money.
That's right.
And I also, don't need to be promoting a brand that doesn't want to be in business with me.
All right, Jamie, on July 17th, 2007, Jerry Yang wins the World Series of Poker main event, ending your run as defending champ. What was the feeling? Was it relieved, disappointed, sad?
Good for him.
Good for him.
You know? And I really like the way that he handled it all, where he immediately gave a portion of his money to charity, and he was smart enough not to, put it at risk.
Now let me talk about your father just for a second. You said in a past interview that it didn't matter to your father whether you'd won that main event or not. He was already proud of the person you'd become.
Yeah, he really didn't care.
Yeah.
It really didn't matter to him at all. It meant everything to my mom.
Yeah?
But he's not like that. He's not, he just wasn't focused on accomplishments. You know what I mean? He just wanted me to be happy and just wanted to spend time with me. It's hard to explain, but it really didn't matter either way.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because there's not many people like that.
Yeah, I mean, he was an extraordinary person, and so is my mom. They're just complete opposites.
Right.
And now my mom's playing every day, and she just came in 15th at the ladies' event at the Borgata.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm very proud of her. I think she's going to be a better player than I am.
Right. Well, tell me about this quote you said. One time, it was regarding your public persona. You said, people only seem to notice what they want to notice. With all those controversies and all the media coverage, what's the biggest misconception you could say people have of you?
I don't know. There are so many. I was misquoted several times, and people thought that after I won, that I was saying that I think I'm the best player in the world. And anyone who knows me knows that not only do I not think I'm the best player in the world, I'm not even close. And even if I thought that, I would never say it.
Who says it?
I don't know. Well, there's a few people inside that say it. But, it's great to have that confidence, but I've had moments where I think I play at the level as good as any player has ever played, in moments, But if you don't have those moments, you can never accomplish anything. So I think I have great moments, but no, I think maybe the biggest misconception is that I'm a liar or cheater or something like that, where anyone who knows me, it's so far from. I mean, any one of my friends, my family, I'm too honest. That's the problem, is that when you're too honest, people seem to take it and twist it and...
I agree with that. I'm kind of too honest, too, sometimes.
Yeah, and in the media, you can't be. It's unfortunate, but you can't share your life because people will just pick it apart. What I also feel is that I'm lucky because I had been through it on other people's behalf.